Hey guys, Fazzy back here, and in today's video it is time for episode 18 of our Calgary Flames franchise mode, and today is a big one. We have a playoff episode here. In the first round we will be taking on the Arizona Coyotes. Here is the team. Nothing here would have changed from really the previous two episodes. Only real changes that we added Alexander Wennberg to the fourth line. Again, he didn't bring too much for us offensively, but solid defensive guy. When it comes to defense, we just called up Bruce Wicks. Outside of that, didn't do anything. Goaltending, still have Dustin Wolf. He definitely turned his play around in the second half of the season, and we will need him to give us a strong performance in the playoffs. So that is what we are looking like here. Let's go take a quick look at the Arizona Coyotes. You guys can see what their team is looking like. They have a strong first line of Genther, Cooley, and Keller. Michelli, Doan, Schmaltz. They really do have a solid forward group, especially the center core is very deep. But I think overall I like our depth a bit better. Defensively, Dursey, Moser, Perek, Shimashov, Lamoureux, and Duda. Good defensive core, but no superstar. And then Gustafsson and Harabel as the goalies. I'm not too sure who's going to be starting there. Probably Gustafsson, but I guess we will find out. So let's jump into it. Let's see if this team can finally go on a nice little run. 1-0 Calgary after 1. Connor Zary puts one past Gustafsson. 2-1 Flames after 2. Schmaltz and Higgins get the third period going here. Shots are about even with the 1-goal lead. Arizona goes to the power play, but we do end up killing it. Power play for us now. 10 minutes left. 5-on-3. And Mikko Rantanen makes it 3-1 for Calgary. Let's go, guys. Fedotov, he gives the Arizona Coyotes a goal within 1, and Michelli ties it up at 3. You kidding me? So we blow the 2-goal lead. Just going to sim the overtime. And in overtime, Josh Doan wins it for the Coyotes. So yet again, we blow a 2-goal lead here in the playoffs just to fall in overtime. Looking at the plus-minus here, that third line is a -2. It is one game, but it is something to definitely keep an eye on for sure as we go into these playoffs a little bit further. But I guess let's just keep on with it. Let's go to game number 2. Let's see if we can get a split here at home and tie this series up at 1. So Arizona, Calgary, let's go. First period, 1 goal apiece. Fedotov and Stamkos. Stammer on the power play. Actually, both goals power play. 1-1 after 2. Get the simulation resumed here. Power play for Arizona goes nowhere. We need a goal here in the third. Come on, guys. 10 minutes left. We are out shooting them, not by a ton. Power play Arizona once again. We do end up killing it. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. And Coronado with 3 seconds left wins the game for the Calgary Flames. I thought for sure we were going to overtime. Unbelievable. Matthew Coronado with 3 seconds left ties up this series at 1. Look at the 3 stars here. Coronado 3rd star. Wolf, very good game, 968 save percentage. And we tied this series at 1 game apiece. So heading off to Arizona now. Let's see if we can at least get a split here on the road. If not, maybe take both games. Let's see what happens here. Game 3, Arizona. 1-0 Calgary after 1, Rantanen on the power play. After 2, it is 2-0. Coronado gets another power play goal for us. Resume the simulation here. We are out shooting them once again. It is very close though. About 10 minutes to go. Can we hold on to this 2-goal lead? 5-on-3 power play for us. Goes nowhere. Arizona kills it. Just have to hold on another 3 minutes. Come on, guys. And 3-0. Tija Ginla gives us the 3-0 lead. There we go. We take game number 3 in Arizona by a score of 3-0. 35 save shutout for Dustin Wolf. That is how you answer, and we take the lead in the series. So going to Arizona once again here for game number 4. No changes needed after those 2 performances. Let's just jump into it. First period, 2-0 Flames. Huberdeau and Peltier. Great start for us. See if we can build on that in the second. It is 3-3. Hayden, Fedotov, Dursey, and a Ginla for us. We are out shooting them pretty heavily. Let's see if we can get a couple of goals here in the third. Big chance for the power play here. The Flames, and Higgins gives us the power play marker. followed by Stamkos also on the power play. 5-3 Calgary. Arizona gets a power play of their own, but Calgary gets another one. No goals from either team on those later power plays. 5 minutes left of 5-3. Can we hang on? 2 minutes, 1 minute. And the Calgary Flames will take game number 4 in Arizona. And just like that, we are going to be leading the series now by a lead of 3-1. Again, we still have to finish off that one more game, but I am very much liking our chances. So the team's been playing well. We really probably should have won that first game, but let's see if we can finish them off here in the Saddle Dome. Game 5, let's go. First period, 2-1 Calgary. Rantanen, Peltier, Doan gets one back for the Coyotes. In the second, 1 goal apiece. Iginla for us, Michelli for them. And right off the bat, Schmaltz ties this game up at 3. Arizona is not out of it just yet. Get this simulation going. They're out shooting us very heavily in this game, 30 shots to like 20. And Philip Deneau on the 4th line gives us the lead by a score of 4-3. Clutch goal from some of our depth coming in here. Power play marker for us goes nowhere. 1 minute left. And Markkanen gives us the insurance marker into the empty net. And just like that, your Calgary Flames are advancing to the second round. And honestly, that was pretty much with ease there against Arizona. Didn't feel a ton of threat coming from them. Ended up beating them in 5. So we'll play the winner of Edmonton, LA. So we could get another rematch of the Battle of Alberta. Could be interesting. Looking at our stats through the first round, Hagen's leading the way with 7 points. Rantanen, Peltier looking good. Stammer looking good, even though they are minus. Not too bad. Iginla, 3 goals. Huberdeau, 2 points. Wolski, not great. -2. 1 assist in 5 games. Defensively, everyone's looking pretty good for the most part. And goaltending, Dustin Wolf, look at those numbers. That is very, very good to see from him from the first round. So that is a look at everything there from the first round. I guess it's just simulate up here and see who we have in round number 2. Edmonton wins the series there in 6 games against the Kings. So we will have a rematch of the Battle of Alberta here in round number 2. Don't love our odds here. We barely snuck out a win against them last year in the playoffs. See if we can do it again. Looking at their lineup, see what's changed. Still have that just insane top line, 95, 96, 88 with McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman. Even their second line, they have just, very, very good team here in Edmonton. Malkin's still on the team. Still simulates pretty good, even though he is lower rated now at this point. Nurse Bouchard putting up 99 points himself there as a defenseman. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy task for us here in round number 2. Skinner, their goalie there, and then no one really of note being injured. So yeah, Battle of Alberta. We do have home ice advantage. That is good. So let's jump into it. See if we can take game number 1 at home against the Oilers. Come on, guys. Start out this series good. 0-0 after 1. After 2, it is 2-2. Uyghur, Coronado for us, Gostisbehere, Bouchard for them. So resume the simulation here, see if we can have a hero in the third. Come on, guys, power play late. Midway through, goes nowhere. Come on, guys, we need a goal here. And quickly, Andreas Athanasiou gives the Oilers the lead. 3 minutes left, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Do we have a hero? We do not. The Edmonton Oilers will take game number 1 in Calgary by a score of 4-3. It is just one game, but we do need to rebound with the win here. Can't go down 2-0 here. Both losses coming on home ice. Come on, guys. Game number 2. Let's rebound against these Oilers. First period, 2 goals apiece. Athanasiou, Draisaitl, Hagens, Bruce Wicks for us. In the second, 4-4. Zari, Huberdeau, Anderson, and McDavid for them. So some goals being scored in this game, that's for sure. Dickinson gives us the lead here, 5-4 in the third. Power play for us. And Philip Deneau on the power play. What? He definitely shouldn't be there. That's interesting. But Leon Draisaitl, he makes this a 1-goal game and gives Edmonton the power play. And Connor McDavid ties this game up at 6. 5 minutes left. It's a 6-6 game here in the playoffs. Looks like we're going to be going to overtime. Once again, just going to sim it, see who comes out on top. And the winner is Coronado, puts one past Lindgren. So we win the game. Wasn't the prettiest game, but we do get the 7-6 win in game number 2. Continue on here. Game number 3 in the Rogers Place here in Edmonton. Again, let's just try and take at least one game here on the road. I think that would be ideal. 2-1 Edmonton after 1. Nurse, McLeod, Anderson for us. After 2, 3-1 Edmonton, Xavier Bourgault. Pelletier, though, gets us within 1 here early. Power play goes nowhere. And Andrew Kopp adds a goal for them. Power play for us again killed off by the Oilers here in the 3rd. 10 minutes left. We need 2 goals. It is not looking good here in game number 3. We definitely need one right about now if we want to have a chance. 2 minutes, 1 minute, and the Oilers will hang on for the 4-2 win in game number 3. So they do get their win on home ice. Look at our plus minus here. Hagens, Rantanen, Zari -2, Iginla -2. It's not great. Let's see, and Anderson, that's not good. So we lose one of our top 4 defensemen, arguably our 2nd or 3rd best. So we'll have to make some changes there. Let's get Markkanen back on that top line, +5. Poirier can move up, and then Brandstrom can come in, I guess. Yeah, it's probably fine. Looking at the plus minus, Dickinson, Brandstrom, that was from last year, is -4, so we'll be playing 3rd pairing. Let's switch something around here. I think we got to make some moves. What do we want to do, though? Poirier's been playing alright. Stammer. Wolski, he hasn't been great. So let's move Stammer up there. Let's switch Iginla. Maybe his 81 overall is finally catching up with him a little bit. Outside that, maybe move Wolski down. Maybe bring up Wenberg. Again, I like him on the 4th line. Don't really want to move any of those guys up too much. Like 2 assists in 8 games. Iginla, yeah, I don't know. What about scratch players? You know, honestly, maybe we can give Hanzik a chance. I don't know. Give the rookie a chance. Maybe take out Wolski. He just hasn't looked good this run, unfortunately. Yeah, let's throw Hanzik there, and then we'll move Wenberg back to the 4th. Move Hanzik up to the 3rd. See what the rookie can do here in the playoffs. I think this is his first playoff action, so let's jump into it. We made our changes. Going into game number 4, let's see if we can tie this series up in Edmonton. 1-1 after 1. Stamkos and the Nuge. After 2, it is 2-2. Rantanen and Athanasiou for Edmonton. Resume the sim here. A lot of very close games here, I gotta say. It seems to be very even scoring here going into the 3rds for most of these games here, at least against the Oilers. Halfway through the period, that is still the case. We are outshooting them once again, just very briefly. Looks like we might be going to overtime once again, and we are. Just gonna sim it. We need a winner here. And Samuel Hanzik, the guy that we just brought into the lineup, probably his first playoff game of his young career, and he wins it for us in overtime. There you go. So that move is already paying off, and we tie this series up at 2. So let's just continue on here. We have game number 5 in Calgary. Series is tied at 2. It's a very big deciding game. Let's see if we can win it. First period, 2-1 Calgary after 1. Hagens and Rantanen, Bouchard for them. 2-2 after 2. Draisaitl gets one back. Once again, we are tied going into the 3rd, but Hyman does break that, giving the Oilers a 3-2 lead here in the 3rd. Power play for Edmonton, and Connor McDavid makes it a 4-2 game. Again, not looking good here. We only have about 10 minutes left. We need a goal here early if we want to have a chance. 5 minutes left now. Come on, guys. Shots are even. Edmonton goes to the power play late, and that's going to do it. The Oilers will take game number 5 by a score of 4-2. Again, looking at plus minus here. Sorry, Coronado -2, Wenberg -1. There's no one here that's really overly struggling. It's just a combination of things, I think. So, I don't know. Let's maybe look at some changes. Again, I don't really know what I want to do here. I think we're playing okay for the most part. Looking at forwards, Zari is a -2. Stammers look good, 9 points in 10 games. Coronado, like, there's no one here that's super concerning. It's just, I don't know. Wolski was the only one who was kind of doing it for me, and really it's not even that bad, just being -3. Defensively, again, Dickinson a -1, but outside of that, we're fine. And Wolf, he has come back down to earth a little bit outside that first round, but he's still got decent enough numbers. Let's see what we can do here. Make a couple of changes, see if we can push this thing to 7. So Stammer, I like him on that top line. Do we want to maybe switch him and Zari? Just load up that top line +5. Coronado, Stammer, Huberdeau. Maybe switch him with Peltier? I don't know. Peltier's had a decent enough postseason. 4 points for Huberdeau. He isn't even, where Peltier -2, but he has extra point. We'll throw him up there on the second line. And I think that will probably do it for forwards. Outside of that, there's not much to do. Let's move Markkanen down with Dickinson, swap those guys, get the 2+2s. Brandstrom, you know, there's not much else we can do there on defense. Maybe just switching up those guys will be enough, and then Wolski will remain scratched. And Wolf still has the crease for us, so not really much else to do here. Let's get up to game number 6 and see if we can tie it. Oh, Rasmus Anderson is back. That is a huge bump to the lineup. Make sure we get him back in there. Brandstrom, you will come out. You'll remain scratched now, and we'll just put everything back the way it was, I think, for now. +5, +3, 0. Again, it's giving us the best chance here to win. I think we gotta roll with it. So game 6, let's jump into it. Let's see if we can extend this series. First period, 2-0 Oilers. Hyman and the Nuge. Not a great start, 3-0 after 2. Nuge adds to the lead. So we definitely need a goal here very early on. Power play goes nowhere for us. They kill it off. I don't like our chances here. Being down 3-0 with 10 minutes left. Another power play goes nowhere. And unfortunately, 5 minutes left. I think that's going to seal our fate. Power play for Edmonton, and they will shut us out 3-0. So another second round defeat here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Again, it was a close enough series. I think we were in it all the way there. Their top players just came out and outperformed our top players, I think. Looking at extensions here for next year, like who are we going to lose? Maybe Stammer, Poirier. Goaltending wise, we should be fine. How much money do we have available? Bruce Wicks, what are you looking for? So like 1.3. We have 4.7. Maybe just offer a couple of these deals now. 1.25 for him. Poirier might be gone. He's looking for 7. That's tough. Stammer, what are you looking for? Stammer might be able to stay, only asking for 3.2. I think Wenberg, Brandstrom probably gone. Mikkola gone. Outside of that, there's no one too crazy here, which is good at least. Can probably just give out some of these two-way deals now. It'll just be less signing that we have to do in the re-sign phase, so we will give a couple of these AHL guys some contracts, may as well. And then, yeah, so we'll have about, I don't know, $4 million bucks, unless the cap goes up, or if we trade some guys to maybe improve upon this team for next year. Again, I don't know who's going to be a free agent. I don't really know what players and what holes we'll have to fill here. That's something we'll still have to look at as we get toward the off season. But what I'm hoping for is that since we had such a good year this year, hopefully some of our guys will continue to grow and we can come back stronger for next season. So looking at this here, a lot of our guys are extending. That is good to see. We'll get up to the draft here. I actually want to take a look at how our guys grow, and then we'll wrap up today's video. So let's go and see who will win the Stanley Cup in this universe. Honestly, I'm not too sure what these teams are looking like, but the Edmonton Oilers of all teams win the Stanley Cup. That hurts to see, because you never know. If we get through them, maybe that's us raising the cup. It's hard to say. You can never really say that for sure, but look at their road to the cup after us. So they beat the Avalanche in 7, and then they swept the Rangers in the finals. So, yeah, going against the Avs, that's definitely not a guarantee at all. I'm assuming they still have, I'm pretty sure they still have at least Makar and McKinnon, so would have been a tough matchup either way. Looking at the awards here, there's all the team awards for you. McKinnon, Art Ross, so yeah, he's still there. Hart goes to McDavid. Bouchard with the Norris, Makar, Lady Bing. Boychuk gets the Calder. David gets Conn Smythe. Vesna Sorokin also gets the William Jennings. Lapushkin of all people. Lapierre gets the Zelke, interesting, and McDavid gets Ted Lindsay, and McKinnon gets the Maurice Rocket Richard. So there's a look at all your awards winners here for the 27-28 NHL season. Let's get up to the draft as the Seattle Kraken win the draft lottery, moving up from 2 to 1. Player retirement, who do we have this year? Alexander Ovechkin calls it a career on the Rangers, of all teams. Definitely breaks Gretzky's goal record. He does retire at this point. Malkin goes out with a cup. Pavelski stays around longer than expected. Tavares also on that team. A lot of very good players here. Calling it quits here. Backlund, our former captain. Very good player for our franchise here over the course of a long career. Look at all his numbers. The first round pick in 2007, 24th overall. But yeah, a lot of regulars calling it a career this year. Looking at goalies, two big names, Fleury, Kemper. Outside of that, nothing too crazy. So let's get up to the NHL draft here. We'll take a look at where we're picking and who could be available, and then we'll call it a video for today. So again, looking at contracts here, seeing who grew. So Hagen's up to a 91, that's good to see. Zari up to a 90, medium top 6. Somehow Coronado dropped, it looks like, to an 87. Huberto, he's up. Ginla up to an 86. High top 6 now too. It's good to see, a great year for him. Markkanen stays the same. Outside of that, Poirier stays the same. Wolski all of a sudden grew to an 83. Didn't even have that good of a year, so that's an interesting one. Outside of that, not seeing anything too crazy here, at least on the roster. Go in the system. Yep, Bruce Wicks, he stayed the same goaltending wise. Wolf stays at an 89. So at least he kept his rating, that's good to see. So where are we drafting in this year's draft? I think we still have a first. And we do, so 27th overall. Is there anyone at that range that we're going to be kind of looking for? Let's find out. So the top 5 is all medium elites, just a standard draft class here. It's the first year that all EA players will be generated. The high top 9 there going in the first round, yikes. So this is kind of where we will be around. Karpatsa, maybe. He could be medium elite. 3 years out, though, I think that'll probably be a medium top 4. But I'm not really seeing too much here, to be honest. Sadly, the scouts did a rough job, or there's just really not much here to pick from. So looking just at overall, when it comes to the scouts, if anything's confirmed, a couple of goalies. Nothing really, though, for players. At least that's guaranteed. So, going to be taking some guesses in the draft. That appears to be the case. But overall, I think that is going to do it for today's video. I am probably going to put up a blank screen here at the end of the video for probably another 10-15 minutes, somewhere around that. It's just so that people won't see a shorter video length and just assume that we are eliminated right away. So if you want to keep the video running, that would be awesome, helps it out, but if not, that is totally alright. But that will do it for today's playoff episode. We'll take care of the off-season re-sign stage, draft, and all that in the next one. But until then, I'll see you all in the next video.